Hey there, just doing some hiking here outside of Jasper. Some spectacular views from right here. Where I live is other side of that hill over there. I came up this trail that wraps around that hill and comes up through this awesome meadow. And I haven't been further than this before. I've just kind of come up here and then recorded some videos and stuff. And the trail continues down this way, so looking forward to doing a little bit further exploring here. It's a cloudy and a little bit breezy, kind of a cool day. Great for hiking, not getting overheated at least, but there's the potential of rain, so we'll see what happens. Got my rain jacket just in case. So just going to keep on hiking here. So in this video then I just thought that I would talk about the concept of, I posted a Facebook status a little while ago, just kind of a thought that popped into my head, and it was to change the world, be your deepest and most authentic self. And so everything that we do comes from who we think we are, how well we know ourselves, and so every action that we take is going to be manifested from that place. So I don't mean to say that that there isn't a place for action. Most certainly there is, but your actions are going to be founded upon the basis of how well you know yourself and how authentically you are being yourself. So it's such an important part of the process of seeking to make some sort of a positive difference in the world is to, start within and make the changes there. So I've told this little story before, but I'll go ahead and tell it again, how when I was 16 and I was a senior in high school, then I had this photography class, and I didn't need the class to graduate. And so there was this dark room that nobody used because there was a little bit of a crack in it, and so it let in just a little bit of light. It was just this small little dark room for working with film. And so I started going into this dark room, and just every day I would spend almost the entire class in this dark room because people would be off doing their own creative projects most of the class. So I'd go in this dark room and just meditate the whole time in the darkness of this dark room. And I just found it interesting and sort of endlessly fascinating to be exploring my own consciousness. And so that was kind of where my spiritual path began, was just this sort of coming to these realizations within that there is more to who we are than we realize in our waking self, in our waking conscious state. And there's much to be explored and discovered within. So it's so crucial to not be overly focused on the outer. Getting some more nice views here. Pretty sweet trail. There's always that balance to be found between outer and inner, between self and other. Going too much in one direction or the other is necessarily going to be an imbalance, because we are a separate individual human being with our own desires and wants and needs, and we don't want to get too lost in that. We also don't want to get too lost in the outer world out there and other people and constantly striving to serve others and denying ourselves in the process, because ultimately when you deny yourself, then you're going to be denying others in your relationships, because of that age-old concept of you are another myself, the meaning of namaste, that we are simply reflecting one another back to each other. And so one of the most important things along the spiritual path is that of discovering who you truly are, the full depth of one's being, which most of us are to a great extent disconnected from. and then to balance that with, actions, making a difference in the outer world in some way, but acting from a place of having connected with and gotten to know oneself in a much deeper way. So just a few thoughts there while I'm wandering along this gorgeous trail in nature. A great way to get to know oneself is to get out of nature on your own or with a friend and feel the natural pulse of life, of the divine force that created this natural world, and to see what comes up. Just being in the silence of nature can be difficult and challenging, especially if you're not particularly accustomed to it. Here we go with a little rain, even as it's sunny, and happening upon someone else along the trail here. So thanks for watching. Take care.